Hey guys, we're here with a special episode of Beyond Time's Embrace. One of the most fun and interesting scenes, if you know what I mean. If you enjoy it, like and subscribe, and let's dive on in. The calm silence of the South Tower balcony was a welcome reprieve from the party raging below. Flicking the note the front gate guard handed me, I awaited the meeting with my knowledge brigade. They know of the party, many even in attendance. Who would be calling this meeting now of all times? I must remain observant of these new threats to my plans. Things have been going far too well. Either way, my personal security waited outside. Benefits of wealth. I can afford a knight and the kingdom's best mercenary. The party looked dazzling below. The princess deserved it all. She looked beyond even my vision of her. I shouldn't be thinking of her like that. She doesn't fit the plan for what I must achieve here. Her role remains to charm the nobles of our surrounding kingdoms in the tournaments and balls of the coming year. Hopefully a good match will present itself, and my access to information and resources of another kingdom will be secured. Well, I won't have trouble easing my mind upon my return to the party. I noticed a few daughters of the lesser families attempting to earn a dance with me. The door opening behind me didn't even register, though the unmistakable loud slam of it closing caught me off guard. Though not nearly as much as what awaited me when I ventured my eyes from the glinting lights of the courtyard. Princess Seraphine, what are you doing here? I questioned. She flew across the room like a fairy, only seeming to place herself on the floor once more, so close to me that I felt the cool stone railing pushing back from behind. I'm glad you got my note, she said. How did you know to send such a message? You were never informed of my use of the bandits and our meeting system, came my inquiry. I know more than you might know, she smirked. Oh, I find myself ever curious about what you know, I said, attempting to shift my balance to move from my precarious position between this girl with stars in her eyes and the 100-foot drop behind. The women you employ at night and to serve you as you dine. Some you even employ for your business dealings with the nobles and townsfolk. I know what you do with them. I've heard you. Her eyes couldn't leave mine, not even for a blink. She stepped with me, keeping herself just under my gaze. You heard? I'm not concerned with things you think you heard around the palace. Now, I do not know why you have played a trick to get me here, and it does not matter. We should return to your name day party. I spoke, becoming more firm. Not around the palace, in this very room. After your first summer here, I began attempting to visit you late at night to talk about your next idea or invention. I never got the chance to knock, though. I heard them giggling, the breathing and moaning. Then noises I do not know made me feel the same way as when the wedded women of court whisper a little too loud about the dirty things they have their male servants do, she said, beaming, face blushing. You've been spying on me by listening through the door? What of my guards? And why would you keep doing such a thing? I questioned. So you do not deny it, she shot back, pushing even more. My denial has nothing to do with this. You should not be listening to my private moments, and you are far too young for these topics, I explained, not realizing I was losing control of my tempo. I am not too young. This is now my 18th year. I have passed the law you created for the kingdom, giving young girls a chance to grow. I also know of the law that allows women to choose their loves. So what you do with ladies alone in your chambers certainly matters to me, came her response in a much more serious tone, her eyes narrowing in on mine. Do not say such things. I've already discussed the matter of your marriage with your brother, the king. If you need reminding, you will spend the year visiting all the kingdoms of the realm, and once you find a love, we shall do what it takes to ensure the union, I said. I am making my choice. It is you, Lord Declan. You've been the sun of my world since your third day here in the castle, as the Shadow King. You spent the day with me, in the ancestral gardens, getting to know me, as you said. We laughed so much that day and every day since. You asked me about so many things I like to spend my time on. You emboldened me to chase what I wanted. I fell in love with you that day, and I've been in love with you every day onward. I attend all of your meetings just to hear you. I steal glances during meals so that you might look upon only me for a moment. I watch and cheer as you play football. I dance with you at every concert. The music makes me feel so free. And I wish you would finally see me as I do you, each and every time. She began rambling. Seraphim, please stop. We cannot do this. I have made that clear. My relationship with your brother took time to build, after I killed your father in my first battle, the tyrant he was. It is crucial to achieve what I see for this world. There would be no coming back if we were to act as you like. And your fantasies, I stated, stepping past her, and making my way off the balcony. I do not care to speak of my brother, or my wretch of a father. I speak of you, of me, of us. I will not end a fantasy, not because I am some childish girl, but because there is no fantasy to end. I love you, and that is the truth. I love you even as you refuse to even try to think of me in such a way. I love you even as it breaks my heart each time you look away with a smile upon your lips, as though it was not meant for me. I do not ask you to love me on this balcony. I ask you to hear me. Her words were clear yet soft. Turning towards her was the wrong decision. A smart man would walk away out the door. With my knowledge of future technology, strategy, and social ideology, I had been a very smart man since arriving in this world. It seems one thing time will never change is love and the stupid things we do for it. So I turned. You have been heard. From now on, I will see you as you are, I said, moving so close a breeze would not fit between us. One hand on her waist, my pinky applying pressure as my pointer finger loosened to guide her. She responded, hips forward, shoulders back. My free hand reached behind her head. Her hair filled my fist, my eyes narrowing on hers before I drifted to her lips. Yes, she managed to breathe out, as almost a squeak. I wonder if a royal woman knows what comes next. She will find out. The taste of cherries on her lips. Did she eat them knowing my habit? She's simple. What's to be expected of her first kiss? Her flavorful taunts pushed me to go faster, a desperation I've felt many times before. Alas, I reserve my passion. Teaching is what she needs. My fun will come. Her touch is frantic yet gentle. She aims to feel as I offer. She's only too excited. Jesus, I am still not used to these old-timey dresses. My hands glide on her legs, the crook of her knee, the smoothness of her thigh. She wriggles under my weight. My mouth consumes every inch of her. I must remind myself to breathe. All I can see is her. Vision clouds with lust. Her breathing comes in quick bursts when my touch leaves her skin. Our tongues explore one another as our lips warm under heavy breath in the cold night air. Fine silk bunches in my fingers as they grip and tug. If I still existed in my original time, I'd have ripped her clothes from her body and thrown her in my bed. Why do I hesitate? I need to know one thing. Seraphim, I whisper so close to her ear I bite the fine jewels she dangles from them. You have no idea what becomes of us after. I believe I do, my lord. We become us. She spoke with all the air she could pull from her heavy chest, pushing our lips to meet as one once more. So we do. I spoke clearly, eyes devoid of fear, only the carnal. On your knees. She listened and dropped down. Power I have. It is not what I seek over her, only truth. I placed a knee of my own on the ground to meet her. If you are mine, speak it. Tell me now. My name is all you need, no more titles. Tell me what you are, I demanded. I am yours, forever, Declan. All that I am is yours. She pleaded, head nodding, clearly desiring the passion just upon her frame. It is all I need. Arise, grasping her from the ground. Like a nymph of love, her form may have been seen floating across the balcony from the kingdom below. When I release her, she lands on the lounge I keep in the sun. I capture her wrists, pinning them above her head while the others pull from the hemline of her dress, freeing her body from the fabric. Her figure glows in the moonlight. Each muscle tenses, hips and legs twisting to help free themselves. Looking away feels like a sin. I will accept an eternity in hell if this is the sin for which condemns me. One more kiss for her lips before I venture my way down. She loses breath when my lips suck at her neck. I gasp when my tongue laps around the sweet sweat forming between her breasts. The crowd below may have heard her squeals when my mouth consumed her chest. The whole time my fingers played below her waist, wet with her desire. Something I feel, she stammers. Tell me what you feel, I demand in hushed, heavy words. I do, she cries. Before her rush might end, I find myself between her legs. There is no fight as my hands stretch her legs, opening her to me. She feels warm, soft, and sweet. It will take time to get her movements right. Her face tells me speed and force will not be her friend tonight. Slowly, rhythmically, we move, each stroke that much deeper. As the head nearly leaves her, she yelps, hips bucking for its return. Filling her, she meets my eyes each time, mouth agape. I want so much more. I will have it for the rest of time. Now is for her. It is her birthday, after all. One arm keeps me raised above her, lips barely escaping the other, smooth, supple legs wrapping around my hips. My thumb finds the swelled mound of her clit as my rhythmic thrusts continue to tore her insides. She had just grown accustomed to her new place in life, yet the massage my thumb found itself dealing out was something she could not handle. Her orgasm would have given us away if I didn't stifle her with a kiss. Her face sends me over the edge, myself. I release myself before we create life. I roll from her, bringing her in close. Laying skin to skin, flesh to flesh, our sweat and love intertwined, her head tucked in between my shoulder and neck, hand rising and falling with each breath I take, her legs strewn across the same package that just ruined her. The very same arms I used to push her away now wrap around, pulling her into a life that will never be the same. That's a little special chapter of Beyond Time's Embrace. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.